Hi, English 9. I'm trying Screencastify for the first time to see if I can helpfully make a video about our next project. So what I'm going to ask you to do is work on a character map for one of the families in the play. There are three main families, obviously the Montagues and the Capulets, but there's also the Prince's family, the Aeschylus family. His two cousins, Paris and Mercutio, are introduced later in Act 1, and they play important roles in the play. So when you pick the family you're going to use, you'll take the template that I share with you, and you'll replace the stuff in funky brackets with what you're going to do. So if I were going to do this, let's say I'm going to use the Capulet family. Down here, I'm going to put the three Capulets I choose. I could do more than three if I want, but let's just start with the basics. I'm going to start with Rosaline. She's a bad choice, but I'm using her as the example so that I don't take somebody you really like. Tybalt, an excellent character to choose. And Juliet. Okay, next up I have the sample slide. What I'm going to fill out is my character's name, and then I'm going to fill out the chart. Now, I changed the chart to be pink and yellow because the Capulet family colors are red and gold, and I thought that pink and yellow looked like a cute version of that for Rosaline. I started to fill in some information about her. So, for example, what this character says and does. Rosaline doesn't get to say anything. She never actually appears in the play. So I'm going to have to figure out what I know about her from what other people say. Romeo is trying to get with Rosaline, and she turns down all of his attempts. Down here you can see I've started. I'm going to go put in the quote. So I'll go to my No Fear Shakespeare, and I've already picked out my quote. If you need help finding a quote, let me know because I'm excellent at hunting them down. I've chosen this quotation. She will not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to saints seducing gold. My translation tells me this means she won't listen to words of love or let you look at her with loving eyes or open her lap to receive gifts of gold. Now, if you think that sounds a little bit dirty, yeah, it is. Romeo's been trying to buy her affection and get into her lap with fancy presents. Rosaline is not here for it. That's kind of what I like about her. So I'm going to use the original text for my quote, of course, but it's helpful to me to look at the side-by-side to know exactly what it means. I'll select the text I'm going to use and copy it. Now, look at this little number over here, 205. That's the line number. I already know that I'm in Act 1, Scene 1. It tells me up here I'm on page 11, but that's not the citation data you want to use for a play. For a play, you want to use the line number. So I'll need to know that it's Act 1, Scene 1, line 205. But not just line 205. It's also the lines before that. I can see this is line 200 up here. 200, 201, 202. Now this doesn't start with a capital letter, so it's just a continuation of that line that got squished. 203, 204, 205. So the lines I'm using are 203, 204, and 205. All right, back to my presentation. I'm going to paste in the quote. At least I think I am. Well, gosh, let me try that again. There we go. She will not stay the siege of loving terms. I'm going to use a slash to show there's a line break. Nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes. Nor ope her lap to saints seducing gold. All right, now I need to cite it. Act 1, Scene 1, lines 203 to 205. All right, my video is about to get cut off because I'm using the free version, so I'll see you again in video 2.